Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to 9 p.m. English News Edition. The headlines. Djibouti wins the two medals in Islamic game in Guyana. For international scene, Europe is having a historic summer. Those hosts the headlines and welcome to the national news. Under the high patronage of the Minister Delegate in charge of decentralization and the acting Minister of Interior, the Mayor of the city of Djibouti organized this morning at the International Hotel of Escal a ceremony of speeches to the local councillors. Thereafter, it is clear that this handover reflected the authority of the state conferred on elected official in its official ceremony of handing over the stages to communal advisor took place this morning at the International Hotel of the Escal. The first deputy mayor, Ms. Fatuma Kamil, the president of the three commune as well as the local elected official receive from the hands of the minister in charge of decentralization, the acting Minister of the Interior and the Director General of the RCD, the search. Therefore, a highlight sample day in the image of the event who was a happy participant and those who had the honor of presiding over this ceremony, rich in symbolism, have not hesitated to show a particular enthusiasm and immense joy. Thus, the mayor of the city of Djibouti has, in his speech, recalled the enormous challenge that awaits of them and takes it up with strength with the combination of force of some and others. And after the Minister of Decentralization, his speech also that he recalled that the local councillors deserve more than surges because of the work they accomplish during electoral days. And finally, the Minister of Interior said that this handover reflects the authority of the state conferred on elected officials. Then the Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble, received in his cabinet the leaders of the medical team of the cardiac surgery charity NGO. The team was led by the president of the NGO, Dr. Faisal Ali Saidi, accompanied by Dr. Hisham. The meeting with the minister took place in the presence of the Secretary General of the Ministry of Health, Dr. Saleh Bonaita Turab, Mr. Farah Abdurrahman Elmi Farsi, Consular of the Embassy of Djibouti in Kuwait, as well as the official of the Department of Health. The two parties discussed the upcoming organization of medical caravan with the possibility of the conducting open heart surgery in our country for the benefit of children suffering from the chronic heart disease. Initiated by the ambassador of the Djibouti in Kuwait, Abdul Qadir Omar Hussein, this meeting between the two leaders of the charity NGO and the Minister of Health has allowed to confirm that all the medical equipment and consumables will be forwarded in short time to Djibouti. That should be noted that the NGO is also planning to open a health surgery center dedicated to children in the Republic of Djibouti. For his part, the Minister of Health thanked his guests for this noble initiative and highlighted the importance of screening and operation for children with heart defect and the upcoming opening of this center dedicated to heart surgery for children. The Turkish President Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdogan kicked off the 50th edition of the Islamic Solidarity Game in the city of Konya, located in the center of the country, on Tuesday, 9 August 2022. Therefore, a Djibouti delegation headed by the Secretary of State in charge of sports participated in the traditional opening parade of the 15th edition of Islamic Solidarity Game, parading with the national flags to represent the Djiboutian colors and especially Djiboutian sport. As whole, and the atmosphere was festive. Yesterday, Wednesday, Djibouti Atlantic achieved the good harvest of the middle of the 15th Islamic Solidarity Game, which are held from 9 to 18 August in Konya, Turkey. Thus, Mohammed Ismail offered Djibouti a silver medal in the 3,000 steeplechase, while Momin Bouhgele won bronze in the 10,000 militaries. The Secretary of State in charge of sport, Hassan Mohammed Kamel, who was present at the event, did not fail to praise the performance of our violent champion who continue to raise our flag in the Turkish sky. Our country participated in the competition in several disciplines, including athletics, table tennis, judo, swimming. The Chief of General Staff of the Armed Force, Lieutenant General Secretary Sheikh Ibrahim, received this morning in the Hall of Honor of Qam Sheikh Osman Air Force Brigadier General Laureate Port, the new commander of the French force stationed in Djibouti, Comfort. General Laurent Poit took command of the Comfort on August 1, 2022, replacing General Stephen Dupont during his military career. General Laurent Poit has already visited Djibouti from 2000 to 2022 as commander of the Protection Squadron of the Djibouti Peace. The first visit of the Comfort General Laurent Poit was a contact with the Djibouti ACM game. The visit was attended by Colonel Muhammad Ilmi Habane, head of the Operation Division, Lieutenant Colonel Muhammad Aqiyat Nadij, Chief of Staff of the CAMGA, and Commander Muhammad Ahmed Yusuf, head of the Armed Force Press Service. On his arrival at game, Sheikh Osman, General Laurent Poitier was welcomed by Colonel Dahir Hassan Abdadid, commander of the armored regime. The new comfort greeting the picket honor set up his honor and was then directed to the reception room, where he was able to meet and talk with General Secretary Sheikh Ibrahim, Chief of the General Staff of the Armed Force. Then, in his speech, General Secretary Sheikh Ibrahim first welcomed the new comfort for his second visit to Djibouti, land of exchange and meeting. The CMG underlined the exceptional strong link between Djibouti and France, more particularly in the military file, which must be further strengthened in the common interest of our two countries. The Djibouti CMG assured that General Laurent Poit of his ability, of his absolute support, and that of his staff in the accomplishment of his mission at the head of the Djibouti. Finally, for his part, General Laurent Poit said he was honored by the warm welcome he received and thanked the CMGA for its availability. The new comfort commitment himself to work hardly to strengthen, consolidate, and expand these cooperation links. The regional sub-federation organized yesterday activity to sportsmen of Tajora, this modern traditional and this traditional activity entered the more stretch and the final stage. The activity included table tennis, betting, volleyball, and especially traditional wrestling, the kafar, koso, and habos. The competition were held in the prefecture of the great organizers. It should be noted that through this event, the state secretary in charge of sports intend to enhance and especially professionalize the traditional game. The training allowing the young people to learn the role, the origin, and the function of this sport will also be integrated in the national sport. In the continuity of the presentation of the project to support the involvement of civil society in the local development process in the five region, the implementation agency, the Kaizen company, which is piloting this USAID funded the project, organized a workshop to present the results of the co-creation workshop that took place in May at Sheraton Hotel at the annual implementation plan of the project to association for that the Djibouti 2035 vision. Citizen participation remain an initial element in prosperity for strengthening the provision of a service to the population. USAID is the financial partner of several projects in Djibouti. Hence, this new project is funded by the American people through its International Development Agency, USAID. Therefore, this project will contribute to strengthening the partnership between the Republic of Djibouti and the United States of America. The project to support civil society engagement in the local development process is being implemented by the Kaizen company, an implementing agency under the institutional control of the Ministry of the Interior as well as sector ministries, namely the Minister of Women and Family and the Minister in charge of decentralization. And not for the international scene, more than 8,000 firefighters battled through the night to try and get a wildfire under control near the city of Bordeaux in southwest France. By Tuesday morning, nearly 6,800 hectare pine forest went up in smoke after the fire broke out 2 days before in the Durand area. And now for the Greek authorities are still searching for the scene of missing migrant after reports sank off a southeastern island between 25 and 45 people are unaccounted for after the incident Wednesday near Karpathos. A Greek Navy vessel and the three Nepali merchant ships were involved on the second day of the search and rescue operation. That's it for this edition. Thanks for your attention and have a wonderful evening.